So here's my biggest takeaway as investors. Guys, we have to remain moldable. No matter what the market conditions and the market climate looks like, we have to be able to shift our perspective, and we have to be able to pivot in the midst of these market cycles. So let's talk about what we're doing and where we're going in the middle of this lag period, right? Because it's going to take a few months for the retail sellers to catch up to where the market is going. So our team has been working towards acquiring large tracts of land. We're talking 5 acres and up in target markets across the Sun Belt region of the United States. Now, why is land development such a huge and crucial play? Because these developers still have an appetite to develop deals. With COVID-19 shutting the world down and tons of people flocking down south to get out of these highly congested areas, there's still an inventory shortage. There's still a huge demand for houses. And some of our developer buddies simply said this: in order to keep the engine and the machine going and to keep payroll floating, we're willing to buy these assets and not really turn much of a profit, but we have to continue and keep the machine moving, right? They're thinking big picture and long-term real estate. We don't see it dropping off too dramatically yet. But of course, at this point in the market, it's all speculation. So it's just going to come down to letting the cards play out and seeing where it goes. But the best advice that I could give any real estate wholesaler in the industry right now is to pivot your focus and start looking for untapped opportunities that are everywhere in the marketplace. Now, the unique skill set that we have as real estate wholesalers in being able to identify and locate off-market properties, it's an incredible leg up from real estate agents and most other professionals. To be honest, these developers don't have as much strategic marketing ability as we do as wholesalers to actually locate these off-market gems. Yes, they have tools and technologies and they know how to navigate and use the GIS map at a high level, but we have the tools and the systems to contact massive owners and sellers to find these off-market gems. So what's the play, guys? The play is finding land that can be developed that's close proximity to cities and the suburbs across the southeastern United States. I'd say there's a hyper focus in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida at this current moment, but anything is free game. So we've been setting up standard operating procedures around the land development, and we've taken the roadmap on what we've been given from our development buddies. We've putting together a strategy and a process so that we can empower more investors to give you guys the insight and the tools to start targeting some of these off-market opportunities. These fields are ripe for harvest, and I believe that there's never been a better opportunity to look and get into finding and sourcing raw land opportunities that we have the infrastructure built out to take it through the entitlement process, to clean it up, put it in a clean package, to be able to position and sell to a builder. That's the leg up that we have inside of this marketplace, and the skill sets and the abilities as a team and as a collective to keep these deals in motion and to put the pieces together, to partner up with the people inside of our ecosystem and bring these opportunities to the closing table. So here's my biggest takeaway as investors. Guys, we have to remain moldable. No matter what the market conditions and the market climate looks like, we have to be able to shift our perspective, and we have to be able to pivot in the midst of these market cycles. So what I do as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, is I'm looking for the easiest barrier of entry, or I'm looking for an area that's a little bit more untapped than most. And the development land deals, guys, this is more of a blue ocean. There's not nearly as much competition, and you don't have hundreds of wholesalers going after the same properties and hitting the same lists. So our angle here, guys, is tapping into this spoken ecosystem of development opportunities that, quite honestly, they don't want you as wholesalers to know about, because we're taking our assignment fees and we're simply adding commas to those. Think about 250K, 500,000, multi-million dollar paydays just for finding these off-market gems.